it's Michelle from Noble Touch, and today we are going to do a beautiful peacock flower. Now we are going to make this totally look like a peacock. Well, that's my goal anyway. So what we're going to need is some peacock feathers, as well as some peacock two-tone blue deco mesh. Now I have just plain deco mesh. If there's foil mesh, I would prefer to use the foil, but I didn't have it here on hand. So I will post links with everything. And I think Mel Crafty Mojo is going to have a kit just with the mesh and the frame and the grid available. And I think she has foil mesh that she's going to include, because I think that'll make it more, you know, peacocky. So anyway, I have the blue two-tone peacock, a rose gold, the light blue, and the moss apple green two-tone mesh that I'm going to be using for this flower. Of course, her zip ties. Now this Peacock Center, let me zoom in for you guys here. This Peacock Center is made by Tapstick Designs. She's out of Slovakia. She does beautiful, beautiful work. Now I was telling you on a previous one, I think the bee one she did for me, that she sent me peacock ornaments. They are gorgeous for Christmas, and I have a tree dedicated just to her ornaments. So anyway, you can, I will post a link to her shop underneath the description of this tutorial. But I absolutely love the colors in this, and it's so different even from my original peacock flower. So I'm excited to try this out and show you guys my idea I've come up with. I will be using a 12-inch raised frame for this. This is the newer, deeper frame. It's 12 inches. And then plus you're going to need a plastic canvas. This is, usually you can find this in the cross stitch section or the knitting section at Walmart. I think, I know Mel's carries them online as well, but I use these. I've used them for years since I started doing my flowers. So that's what I use to attach to the frame. Of course, you're going to need a marker. You're going to need some scissors, your rotary cutter. We don't need the wood burning tool for this one. And so that's a good thing, because it makes it my job a lot quicker when I can just cut with the rotary cutter. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Now what we first want to do is take our plastic canvas and then lay the frame, you know, flip it over and lay it face down. And I'm just tracing around that top rung right here. Like that. Let me zoom back out a little bit. And then we're just cutting that out, and we're going to attach it to the top portion here with zip ties. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we will be back. Okay, so we went ahead and attached that to the top portion of that inner bar. I'm going to put this over here. Now we're going to need to do some prep work. This is going to get messy. It's working with these peacock feathers. It always does. So what I'm going to do is, if you look closely here at this peacock feather, you see the eye, correct? So what I want to do is actually trim. Yeah, I'm probably going to take some of this off. Trim this so you're kind of going with that eye. Kind of hard here for me. You can pull these excess feathers off down here, but you just kind of want to trim the excess, so you just have it around the eye. So like this. So you're going to want to trim up your peacock feathers. So you're just going around, let me show you that again, the close up here. You can see right there, you're going to go around the eye. So just trim off the excess long feathers. So we're going to go ahead and do that and be back. Okay, so I got all the peacock feathers cut up. Well, I did 25. I'm going to need more, but I'm just going to cut them as I go after that. So I'm rolling out my mesh, and you want to kind of just cut the beginning of your roll off so it's a clean line. And then, of course, we're going to cut every 10 inches. So we're just going to keep cutting up about, I'm thinking maybe 17 pieces for right now for the first row. We're going to do that of the peacock blue and the rose gold. So I will be back. Okay, so we are back, and we are taking our blue, our peacock blue. It's a two-tone peacock blue and green. It's actually a really pretty mesh. And we're going to fold that into a triangle like that. And then we're going to take our rose gold and also fold that into a triangle like so. And then we're just going to lay this one on top of the other. Now when we do that, we want to bring it down a little bit so there's some of the blue showing on the top. And then I just put my fingers there in the middle and just pinch, bring down, and bring down like so. And then I'm going to take a zip tie and attach to the bottom like this. Now I don't want to tighten it down too much right here, because now I'm going to take a peacock feather and push it, kind of push down there to give you some room underneath, and get it underneath that zip tie like that. And you can just pull that down, and you want to turn your feather so it's straight. Like that. So you have your peacock feather sitting in the middle, and then go ahead and tighten down your zip tie. And then you can cut off the excess here on that. So we're just going to take the petal and push it through here. course, I've already done one here. And then zip tie to this frame. Sometimes the longer zip ties are just easier to use than doing this. Like so, and if that just moves around, you can kind of tuck that in there. So we're just going to go ahead and finish putting these petals in, and we will be back. Okay, I just wanted to come back. I'm doing 3 in each section. So when I get to the next section, I'm going to put it next to, slide it underneath and put it right next to that bar. And just attach by grabbing that bar in there too. Let me just show you guys. So this center, I don't know if you can see, it has the rose gold. It's kind of a pinkish brown coloring in here with the blue. I think that's just going to look so pretty and setting this off nice. So, going to keep going. Okay, for our next layer, we're going to do the green and light blue. Got colors everywhere. So we're doing the green on the outside and the blue on the inside. Like so. And of course my bag is backwards. Okay, and then you're just going to, now what I ended up doing is just kind of trimming along the feathers instead of ripping them off, because as you rip, you make the stem a little bit weaker, and hopefully this helps it stay straight, because these feathers like to turn as you push them in. Of course, this got caught in the mesh. There we go. Try to just hold it as straight as you can and don't let it turn. And then I hold like right there at the neck. And you can kind of pull it up and then pull your feather out a little bit so it lays how you want it. Okay, so we're going to bring up our frame here. Doesn't that look so cool? Here, let me bring this a little bit bigger so you can see. Pretty cool. I like it. So what we're going to do is take our green and blue, and we're going to come into the first raised bar like this, and we're just going to attach basically to the grid right inside that raised bar, or on that bar, I guess, like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get attaching, and we'll be back. Okay, so the second layer is done. Now the third layer, I want this to set, just, so it's going to go, the third layer, we're doing a light blue and the rose gold. And what we're going to do is just come in like so. But I want to make sure it's far enough in. Yeah, that should do it like that. So we're going to do the light blue on the outside and the rose gold on the inside, and just attach in between the other petals all the way around till we're done. And we'll be back. Okay, so that last layer is done. Now what we're just going to do is take our beautiful Peacock Center. Now on the back, I just put in some U-shaped floral pins into the fuzzy sticks, and then I will attach through the grid and like that. And I don't know, I don't think my camera is picking up the colors of this, but it is so pretty. I can't wait to get a picture of it on the door. So you're just going to take your fuzzy sticks and push through the grid. Like so, and just pull them through, and you want to make sure they're centered, so you don't want it to, let me see, I think this one needs to go a little bit over on this side. And just pull down like that. Now, if you want your peacock feathers to stick out a little bit more, you can cut these a little bit longer, or you can just pull them out just a tad bit more so you can see them peeking out behind the other petals, like so. And also, if you are having issues with them turning, because this is kind of they're little stinkers. Once you get in there, they like to turn. And you could try hitting them with some glue. If you're going to hit them with the glue, I would, hold on honey, I would just put the glue like right here at the back. Don't put it in here in the feathers, because that's going to ruin the look of your feather. But maybe just hit a dot of glue right there and push it against the mesh to hold it so it holds straight. So, just get this going here. Okay, we just twist these together like this. And then I will, of course, cover the back. I use a foam poster board. I just cut that out and attach to the frame with zip ties. I will cut out a little notch so I can hang it on the outer bar, or I will hook a pipe cleaner, and so you can hang it on the pipe cleaner. You can do either or. Oh yeah, I love it. I will take pictures of this on the door, so you guys will of course get better lighting. Oh, this turned out beautiful. I love it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to check out Mal's Crafty Mojo. She will have everything, well, almost everything. She'll have the mesh and the frame and the zip ties and grid as a kit. And then you can get the centers from Tapstick Designs. She's out of Slovakia. I will post a link to her store as well. And thank you so much for joining me. Oh, also, I am doing a collab with This Southern Girl Can and Julie's Wreath Boutique, another one of our collabs. We are doing the Breast Cancer Awareness Kit from Mel's Crafty Mojo. So if you watch any, me, her, or Amber, hers and Julie, pick up those kits. I'll have the link underneath my, underneath the description portion of the tutorial for everything. So thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a great day.